Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm back with another cool project to show you guys, as you can see behind me and from the thumbnail. Now, if you don't know me, I'm either doing one of three things. I'm either building and helping with commissions on Shapescape, a pretty good build team. You should probably check out their stuff. Maybe I'll leave a link, to their build team and their portfolio down below. But I'm either doing that or I'm working on, my YouTube channel, trying to make it grow, make, the content a little better. Or I'm either off building something, and most of the time I'm off building something in the private world on the server. So right now I am on the Shapescape private server. I am on my private world right here, and I have a pretty cool project to show you guys. Something very, very different, and I'm really excited to show you guys. So without further ado, let's begin. So yeah, it's been a while since I posted a huge project. If you don't know me, it takes a while to make, different builds, especially this one I'm about to show you right now. Obviously, it is much different from what I usually make, with architecture related stuff. My last project that I posted was back in January, and that was Evergreen. I extremely recommend that you guys check that out. I got a huge cinematic for that, and got a pretty cool showcase of that as well. I'll leave that a link of that in the description down below. But for now, let's check out this build. So I call this build Alto. Now the reason why is because here you see the centerpiece of this build is actually a viola, not a violin. Well, you can say call it both, but the reason why I called it Alto is because of the musical range of that instrument. But enough nerding out. Yeah, this is a pretty cool build. Definitely different. Got a bunch of steampunk here. Now, my original idea was just to have the instrument. I just built the instrument, and that was basically it. But I decided to go a little further. Why not just make a cool musical, kind of box here. I'm also going to show you a few renders up in the top right corner just to show you guys the entire build, because the render distance is just way too, it's not enough for this build. This build is huge. I'm not actually sure how big it is. I believe it's about, I'd say 400 by 200, something like that. I'm not going to measure it out. But yeah, I'm just going to try to load as much as possible. Now, this is not like a modern house. I can't really walk through it, but you could definitely check out the amount of detail to this build. I really try to make it as complete as possible. I'd say this is probably one of the most complete, projects that I've made, and I'm not sure, I didn't really finish that up, but yeah, got a lot of gears and stuff. I did create like a sort of an asset list of gears and stuff that I just kind of used throughout this entire build. But yeah, pretty neat. Now, as for the struggles of this build, every build has a struggle. For Evergreen, it was just trying to get it on a safe server, because I swear every server I used that on, it would either crash or I came very close to losing Evergreen. But this didn't really have a lot of mishaps, although I did take a bunch of breaks between January and now. But I think it paid off. Now, the reason why I decided to showcase this build right now is actually because Minecraft.net actually recently made an article on this about a few weeks ago. I posted this on Planet Minecraft. Do check that as well. I can use the diamonds as well, and it's also getting nighttime, so gonna make it daytime. It's gonna fly around. You guys can check it out. Hopefully I'm not too fast. I know that my flying is always an issue, but yeah. So Minecraft.net, they actually did showcase this on their website as an article. I posted this on Planet Minecraft. It made pop real a few weeks ago. And then, they sent me an email, they hit me up in the DMs, and they said, we would like to, showcase an interview on this build. And they made a pretty cool article on it, and I read it, had a pretty good hoot on it, had a pretty good laugh. And I do recommend you guys check that out as well, because it does have some pretty cool insight on this build that I cannot really give you in this video. But yeah, if you guys have any comments, any comments or any questions like that, then be sure to hit me up in the comments down below. I do appreciate that. But yeah, it's not really much about this project that I could say. It's just a cool thing that I wanted to make. Now, I definitely wanted to get out of my, my comfort zone with this build. Like I said before, it's definitely a lot of different stuff here. But, there's one thing that I did have a, struggle now to remember with this build, is the fact that I got really, really OCD when it comes to just the bland parts of this build. Like, as you can see here, it's very, very bland. But, for a build that's on this magnitude, you're going to get these spots here. So, just saying, I try to really make it elaborate as possible with the gears and everything like that. Now, that's another cool feature that I remember about this build. Everything when it comes to the gears and the function of this build is I really try to make it replicate actually playing the instrument. So as you see here, you got like a bunch of motor kind of skills that replicate how the hand and arm moves when you're playing on the fingerboard, as well as the bow over here. Now this bow is actually pretty short for, you know, standards, but really nice. I'm just gonna fly in and show all this detail here. Got some pretty nice detail. This is supposed to hit like the harmonics and stuff that you actually have on the instrument. Just a small little comment right there. Back here you got like some holograms, cool stuff here. And right here, this is actually like a scroll here, but I decided to replace it with a goose head, because you know you always got to put the goose head in there. But everything's looking pretty good. Got this globe. I literally just like dropped. I went to the assets world, just dropped this globe in here. Now I don't know if I've said this before, but I am on the private server on Shapescape, and I am on the world that I just kind of do my random stuff. Here I have evergreen somewhere stashed away on this world, but yeah, this is where I do all my work. Here is the Shapescape watermark logo here. I am sure to include that in a lot of my, you know, builds and stuff. Here's a cool phonograph. I'm really proud of this part. I really like this part of my build. I don't know what's about it, but I think it makes a pretty cool centerpiece. That's another thing I really like about, you know, Alto here is, you know, just the placement. It was the most frustrating thing, but it ended up working you know, out really nice. So I'm really grateful for that. We got some just, you know, miscellaneous kind of stuff here. Kind of fire. I do remember trying to render this, and the fire actually, yeah, it's kind of like invisible with the shader I'm using right now. Yeah, so shader using BSL. Always love using BSL. It just has like the great, it has a good blend of, you know, realism and just, you know, how it really works with the graphics. Back here I just got some lazy organ stuff. And yeah, so you know, this is kind of like a render build. I didn't really try to complete it the most, but yeah, back here you got some stuff here, and the skull is kind of incomplete. Now that's another thing that I wanted to bring up. A lot of the organics, it was really hard, first of all, but I had to deform a lot of this. Not really much here, but this I tried to deform, and I just had to do it by hand. But over here, I had to deform the hat and the skull, and it was kind of frustrating, but I did get through it. Now the skull is, well, I had to make the jawline, and this was actually originally like a skull that my friend Crafter Boy gave it to me. Crafter Boy, another member of Shapescape, he just kind of gave this to me. He saw me struggling trying to build a skull, and you know, he just hit me up with this, and it turned out pretty well. It actually had a third eye. I had to actually get rid of that, but yeah, that's basically Alto in a nutshell. If you guys want to check this out, I will maybe find a way for you guys to, you know, maybe come on here. No, not on the server, but maybe I might put it on Builder's Refuge. You could probably visit it there. That is a private server as well. But there's really no other place I could put it. You know, this is probably going to stay here on the Shapescape. But yeah, that's pretty much what all I have to say for this build. You know, just load it for one last look. If you guys got any sort of comments, anything you'd like to say about this build, you just be sure to leave it down below. But that basically concludes my little review of Alto here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Got tons more projects lined up, especially for steampunk. Definitely trying to dive out of the realism game and trying to do some, you know, cool stuff. But other than that, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I can see you guys soon. Stay tuned for more stuff. Definitely got some more stuff going on. Yeah, so check out all the links, and I'll see you later.